Men Lilly, alltså vad fan ska vi göra med det här introt? Jag tänker att vi har någonting...
Typ men alltså gud, kan vi bara skippa introt, seriöst?
Men käften Ossian!
Punk in the United States is a musical aberration, a statement of sorts about what music is and how it ought to be played. In England, punk rock is not a musical statement. It is a social one.
Making art and music is a political act. I mean, it is doing something that is against the grain, that is against kind of what's going on.
It's always political. It's always about figuring out who we are as people.
It's calling for change. It's calling to inspire people. And politics is also doing that, to inspire people and connect with them.
It's not so much a style of music as it is kind of a subculture.
Yeah.
Right?
Ni hörde vad jag sa. Står i uniformer med blicken kall som stål. Vill bryta deras vapen och bränna dem på bål.
Part of being a teenager is developing a sense of independence and a sense of self. And finding the kind of music that expresses who you are is sort of probably a pretty integral part of that, I would say. And often we seek out music as a way to release emotion or express ourselves in a way that we don't otherwise.
Tjenare! Tja Harry!
Lia!
Tja! Här är Lilly!
Ja, Ossian.
Basister. Håller på att trycka dålig merch.
Okej.
Och det är, ja... Välkommen till Gul Snö, Lia.
Ja.
Gul Snö.
Tack så mycket.
My partner saw Gul Snö and only got me was his lousy shirt.
Exakt.
Och sen har vi den här som jag gjorde igår. Gul Snö, pissa jävla musik sedan 2024.
Det är bra.
Jag är Harry. Om man inte visste det. Jag vet inte. Men jag spelar trummor då. Ja. Jag och Lilly startade bandet egentligen. Efter Lillys förra band Rubbat fallerade. Väldigt blodigt. Du ljuger. Jag ljuger alltid.
Jag är Lilly. Jag spelar gitarr och sjunger i detta band.
Jag har ett svärd. Bara så här om någon undrar.
Jävlar.
Jag skämtade om att när du kom hit, det första skrev att hotade med ett svärd.
Ja.
Men så sa Lilly, jag tror det är olagligt.
Kanske.
Så vi får se.
Lite skrämmande.
Men, och sen så bara... Vi typ jammade på en ungdomsgård i Danderyd. Och så ringde jag Ossian efter en stund. Vi hade skrivit typ 2 låtar. Och bara, tja, du spelar gitarr eller bas i vårt band. Och så bara, jag spelar jättegärna gitarr. Jag bara, du ska spela bas i vårt band. Och sen så gick han med. Och sen startade vi vår Insta samma dag.
Okay.
Och sen har vi bara kört.
Jag heter Ossian. Jag spelar för det mesta trummor och gitarr. Men som Harry sa så började jag spela bas när han ringde mig en fin sommardag.
Det var väl höst?
Kan det ha varit höst? Kan det ha varit sommar?
Det är väldigt oklart.
Och sen jammade vi ett par månader. Och sen startade vi bandet. Ja, det är vi.
Det är vi. Jag kommer inte ihåg. Vänta.
Harry, kom ihåg, du representerar hela vårt band i den här videon.
Men jag kan faktiskt låta på
och du
drag.
spelade i fel tonart.
Men okej.
The previous bands make us feel like really self-conscious because you guys are fucking awesome.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, well, we're Etiquette, and yeah, we're based in New York City.
Well, our single, the song "Cows," is really about being manipulated without really realizing the effects of it, because it's basically about this cow that knows it's going to be slaughtered in the morning, but it's not fully aware of the severity of the situation, and he's kind of just going along like, oh, everything's going to be all right, but then it's obviously not going to end well. And I feel like that kind of relates back to how a lot of people feel like fear they're living right now. So that was kind of, that inspired that song. And there's several songs like that where it's kind of like social commentary. Like a lot of mix of genres. It's originally kind of like shoegaze was like a main influence with a lot of our. We have like 2 projects before this one that were like also EPs, and this one uses a little bit more like electronic music, I would say. So it's kind of a mix.
Yeah, I think we've been incorporating more electronic on this one.
We always use very like distorted guitars.
Yeah, the first we did together was Silicon Bodies, and that was basically, how was it called?
I feel like that was very grungy as an album. It had like a lot of alt rock.
But it was very experimental too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of songs that it was basically a lot of racing songs. It was pretty much all racing songs. A lot of melancholy and a lot of angst.
Well, especially this new album.
This new one's kind of existential.
It's about the times, yeah.
Yeah, it's about the times. It's a bit of a space odyssey. There's a lot of things of like, there's songs like about.
What is escape too, right?
Yeah. There's like propaganda about like global warming.
All the fucking political shit going on, you know, especially with that fucking orange dumbass that we have as a president, you know, so it has inspired a lot of angst, you know, and a lot of wanting to like fucking get out of this fucking planet. There's no scene, dude, seriously. There's nothing. I mean, it's like the same.
There's a lot of fans. It's just there's not much of them.
There's definitely not a scene anymore. Like there used to be a scene. Like I live in Lower East Side, where there used to be a scene way back in the 90s and 80s, I guess. You know, but all the main pubs, like the CBGB, is closed down, especially during COVID, and we only have a few like pianos. Arlene's Grocery where we just play, and you know, a couple more, and that's good. But there's not like a group of people that follow. You know, it's really hard. It's been really hard. Everything is hard in New York City. Opposing popular opinion, it's not like, you know, nothing is easy here. Like, not with jobs, not with bands, not with anything. Everything is like, you have to struggle so much just to get to play in one place. You know, it's like it's a lot of competition, but not in a good way. Like,
I think a lot of it is just like it's very individualist.
Yeah, everybody's on their own. Yeah.
So like even if there's like you're playing with other bands, a lot of them are just playing for themselves, or they have their fans. So once they play, then their fans leave or they leave, and then
they don't support. Yeah, they don't support you. Yeah.
The next band or so like that, and then then you don't really have a community. You're just kind of playing for yourself.
I've always said that music is kind of like an experience. It's almost like a drug. It's like you take a type of acid almost, and you go away into another universe. And that's what I want for music to be. I want it to be like something that you can escape from all this fucking bullshit and fucking fucked up government and genocides and shit like that, and you can go into another dimension and just experience something different and escape, you know. And also cause some kind of maybe change somehow through that.
So music definitely can be a reflection of what's happening in the world around us, for sure. Yeah. Both in pop culture and in art music, you will see examples of expressions of certain kinds of either ideological things happening or political things happening or whatever. You know, some of it's very personal as well. I mean, you hear a lot of pop songs about this guy broke my heart or whatever, you know.
My breath it starts to shake and my voice it starts to break, 'cause the feeling creeps again, takes me back to haunted truth. But a long lost memory can tell me who I am today. Past life casts a shadow and I'm filled with nostalgia.
So I mean, some of it is extremely personal, but some of it is really expressive about what's happening. And I mean, you can hear a lot of songs too about people feeling oppressed in some way. And it's not necessarily obvious that it is an oppression, but it is some kind of like pushing against the system sort of a song. And in both obvious and non-obvious ways, you know. And I think you can see now that kind of feeling in music is coming back quite a lot. And I think that reflects a lot of the different sort of socio-political things that are happening in the world. The kinds of oppressions that different people are experiencing leads to people resisting. People resist when they feel oppressed, you know. And so there's a lot more music coming back that is sort of, some of it is like resistance, but some of it is also like, I can't deal with this right now, I need to just like space out sort of music. So there's a bit of both, I would say, you know.
It's a ride for me, not wanting you to be alone. If it ain't, let me know. Then I'll listen, honey, I'll go.
Visst, vi kanske inte har sagt. Jag är trummis, Orsin, han är sångare, Olle, han är basist, och så Albin, han är vår lead guitarist. Kan bra veta. Första singeln. Vi får se när den släpps, men Take a Break, Daisy Dingo.
Take a break and realize, even though we both were strong, we could have never lasted long. Now it's
the way that music works it's very tied to our feelings, and it's a way of expressing ourselves that can be extra verbal or non-verbal way of expressing what we're thinking and feeling. And I think a lot of people who make music feel this as well, that it is a way for them to express something that they maybe can't verbalize. Yeah.
Well, how long have you been making music, just in general, like as a species?
Well, I mean, it's difficult to pinpoint any kind of starting point, but we think that it probably developed in tandem with language. And a lot of instruments that were made previously in human history were made of things that were biodegradable, obviously. So not a lot has survived, but the things that have survived are really old. So, and the way that neurologists think about how music and the brain work together, there are a lot of connections between music and language and how those two things developed in humans. So we don't know exactly, but it's been a really long time. Every culture has some way of expressing itself musically, and a lot of times we can find affinities with that kind of expression in different cultures that we're not familiar with. So in that sense, there's some universality to musical expression. But again, what music means is very cultural, and what different sounds mean is definitely very culturally tied, for sure. Well, we think about music as something that is organized in some way, sound that is organized in some way. And a lot of people perceive, for example, animal sounds as musical. And I guess you could think that they are in a way, especially if you think about bird song, because there are certain melodies that are repeated and there's a certain organization to those melodies as well. But it's not organized in the way that we organize music as humans. And we have different ways of organizing music in different cultures. So in Western culture, our music is very grounded in ideals about consonance and dissonance. And that goes back to ancient Greece as well. And so the way that our tonal system has developed and the harmonies have developed comes from those ideas about which notes work together. So we focus a lot on harmony in Western music. And then there have been like ideological shifts and debates, philosophical debates about what music is. And you can see a lot in the late 1800s and in the early 1900s that there was a real sort of conscious decision to push the boundaries of what music is. And so people, different composers were making music that didn't sound musical in the way we used to think about it.
Du tar apelsinjuice, så tar jag, nej för jag vill inte ha det. Alltså jag tycker inte om apelsinjuice. Det känns, alltså det skär i halsen. Nej men jag vill ha kanske, vad ska jag äta då? En stor, ja väldigt stora. En QB kanske. Ska vi ta glass med? Får man inte ta glass så vill jag extra meny. Jag är lite hungrig faktiskt. Ska du ha pommes? Ska du ha pommes? Ja, tjena. En apelsinjuice. Och sen en QP-meny mellan bara. Och sen en glass. Ja, det blir bra. Det är fan billigt. Var ska vi sitta då? Nej, det är så fan äckligt ut att det sitter någon där. Ska vi inte ta med då? Hallå, kan man få ta med istället? Ja, tack. Vad konstig han ser ut. Okej. Nu är vi klar snart.
also like the performative aspect of pop music. I was really getting into like Chapel Roan and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, it's so cool because she like performs on stage and it's like, so I was taking a little bit of that, and I was like, oh, that could be fun. Make it kind of like a story, and like whenever she's performing, there's always like sets and outfits, and there's a whole theme, and it's not just songs. And like before this project, a lot of it was kind of hodgepodge, like random kind of mixes of songs and stuff like that didn't have like a full theme throughout it. And this project was the first one I felt like we really had like a proper theme and a concept, and ways that we could present it. And
Okej, ska vi låtsas som att vi sticker upp på scen. Oh my god, vi är på scen. Hejsan allesammans, det är vi som Hinkmat, vi ska spela jättemycket musik för er. Vi ska börja med en låt. Den här känner ni igen. Vad heter storyn? Star!
Oh, I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna be probably 200 years. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get to genetic shit that will last 200 years. I'm still gonna be playing. You're gonna see me on a fucking stage, even if I'm on a fucking wheelchair.
And when we're trying to, when we're, in the phase of trying to figure out who we are as people, sort of teenager, early adult life, music is one of the ways that we really can find ourselves or express ourselves.
It's in the thought of flesh that I'll find our rest design. Let's go through a better shot.
Down.
Well, kind of one last question, like, it's a little general, but why do you think people make music?
Oh, it's just fun. It's good.
I love
Making
music.
and,
Just the love of music and
I mean, we spend a lot of time writing songs, and I love writing. I was never really naturally a performer, I would say. I mean, I do like performing, but it's what I love is just like sitting down making songs, like the whole composition and all that is fun. And also practicing stuff like that. The performance aspect is just like an add-on for me. I know Racing loves performing.
It's just fun. It's a lot of fun. He's right.
Yeah, it can be very fun.
It's just like, why do people make music? It's because, I mean, it's like we talk all the time as humans. I mean, it's a way to express yourself, and it's just such a fundamental part of being human. And so I think that's just why. It's because it's almost like it's like verbalizing. But it's verbalizing without words. You're making the music do it instead.
I feel the same. I always make music. It's kind of what keeps me alive. Almost. It's like the thing that tethers me to reality. Like all the other stuff is just kind of fluff.
Musicians will always make music because making music is like a real, like, fundamental form of being human. It's a very fundamental part of human life. And I mean, different humans do it differently. Some of us do it through listening and participating in music and by listening and expressing ourselves in the way we listen and dance. And some of us actually play or make music, like physically using instruments or with a computer or whatever.
No, I feel like music for me, like art. I went to art school, and I think art in general and music are, first of all, the things that identify humanity and differentiates us from animals. I think. Well, maybe do monkeys play some kind of music? I don't know, but I think that's what makes us human, and just the fact that we can create, I think that makes us like an evolved monkey that we are, and I think that that's part of humanity, and I think, it's something that I feel completes all humanity, when we do that.
And then is there anything you want to close with, or anything you want to tell people?
The whole world is going against individuality, and freedom, especially now with fucking the orange fucking monster and all the other idiots in Europe and everywhere that are going against freedom and against individualism. And I think the best thing we can do in this time is to support freedom and individualism, like small bands, whatever it is, small, just support it, because we're living in fucking dangerous times.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, okay, so I've been going on about how music is like a very fundamental human thing, and a lot of people think that they can't make music because they're not a musician, but I think that or that they're not good enough, so they don't do it. I think you should just do it, because it's gonna make you feel better, and there's no right or wrong way of making music, and I think that you don't have to be a fantastic musician in order to make music. You should just do it. So that's what I think. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jag tror egentligen att du inte får köra en gång till, men jag tänker att vi gör det snabbt utan att någon stoppar oss. Nu kör vi för sista gången.